Councilmember Thomas.
Thank you. Yes, to echo your congratulatory remarks to Beyonce and, of course, Lizzo, Toby, representing the West Side, the best side. So a bunch of talent coming out of District F. I want to recap our special call meeting of our 9% tax credits. It was a really good meeting, and just to reiterate at the housing department level, what you see in those projects is a very thoughtful process, and I think it gets better every year, and it's an equitable distribution of affordability throughout the city, which is helpful to know. So if you have not reached out to representatives from those projects, please do so as we're preparing for those projects to come to council next week for a vote. Mayor Turner and I were at a press conference on Monday with Reading with the Rapper, and so if you were not able to watch that press conference, Reading with the Rapper is a literacy program in schools, and as the Grammys celebrated the 50th anniversary of hip hop, it's clear that hip hop has influenced not only the culture but also education, and so excited to dedicate $30,000 of district service funds to Alief ISD and also HISD, particularly Piney Point, which is a flagship school for that program. And Piney Point was actually, that land was donated from freed slaves in 1917. They opened up their first school. That land created Piney Point Elementary that sits at HISD's campus now. So I'm excited that they are continuing to do that work of education, liberation through education. Just want to remind Westmont and another neighborhood in Alief that you have a notice to proceed. There's some construction happening. We are repairing and clearing your curb and gutter and your ADA sidewalks. We're doing that. And in Alief, we are doing something similar with your sidewalks and existing ramps. And so if you have an application, please get that to us so we can get a cost estimate and initiate that project. We also have a very substantial CIP wastewater project. It's a $15 million Alief Village, the lift stations being replaced, since that's a 600-day project. So please bear with us, more details to come. We spent a lot of time talking about illegal dumping, and as we clear dumping in District F, we're also noticing homeless encampments. I drove past this morning and saw a whole entire tent city in the trees. At 59 in the Beltway, which is probably J, they're literally living in the detention, and they had clothes hangers out yesterday, and so it's lit. They're creating communities, and I really don't know how to respond to that. I don't know what tools are available for them as we continue to clear. It continues to show up, and I had to tell my daddy to stop giving folks $2 on the corner. He was like, "Well, I give them some money every time I see him," and I said, "Well, Daddy, you part of the problem, because I can't. You keep giving them money, and so they stay right there, but then I get the complaints." And so we're doing everything, it's education. We got to educate folks, but they stay there because they know that they're going to get that support. And so I need to have a better grasp on what tools are available to me to clear those small encampments, to get them where they need to be, because they are definitely out there in the West. And West Houston Assistance Ministry, they are in need of supplies. So if you have furniture, shoes, clothing, dishware, houseware, they are running low on inventory. So I want to support them and just put a call out there. If you are, spring cleaning, you have some stuff you want to get rid of that is wearable, usable, clean, and appropriate, please consider West Houston Assistance Ministries for donating that. And please contact my office, Rebuilding Together Houston. They have some funding opportunities and some for those still impacted by Harvey for minor repair. And so if you qualify in District F, we would love to get you connected to those programs. And Saturday, I will offer remarks for the opening of the Ella and Deidre Jefferson Early Learning Center in honor of my former school principal and my former senior class sponsor who passed away a couple of years ago. So excited about that pre-K center opening up in Alief. And one thing I just shared with Councilmember Alcorn, and I'll close with this, is we have a group home issue in District F. We have what's on record as a licensed group home, and with the permits, we have it's out of control. And so these group homes, these investors are purchasing these homes, making them group homes. There's been a fire in the past, someone passed away. So we're trying to get a handle on that. I would like to get that to RNA so we can look at that problem, because it's out of control. I've asked community members to keep their eyes out on that in their subdivisions so we can start mitigating that, so we can have a better grasp on how we respond, because they're becoming dangerous from a public safety perspective, and I want to deal with that. So that concludes my remarks for today.
Thank you. Let me ask you to get with Tina Pies as well.
Say that again?
Tina Pies.
Yes. Thank you.
On that. Oh, okay, thank you.